Hello, this is Ty playing Magic Arena Standard Events. We're playing a Izzet Spells deck. This is a tier 1 deck currently, and if you have participated in the Arena event lately, you'll see that a lot of pros are using this deck in the big events. I forgot what it's called, but probably some kind of Arena Cup, things like that. Right? And then these decks are very similar, but people are using specific copy of certain cards, just a slight different in number of those cards. And this is my own version after testing for a while, and I made some adjustment. And I think this is a good place to start if you have never played this deck or play against this deck. I mean, if you are a standard player, it's very hard to miss this deck right now because it's in every like 1 in 4 5 matches. You're guaranteed to see this deck. So now we are going to explain how this deck works, and we are going to play a standard event and test out how this deck fare against other decks. So first of all, let's take a look at our composition. We have 4 creatures, 18 instant, 12 sorcery, 1 enchantment, 25 land. So we are a very creature-like deck. We have a lot of land, 25 plus 2 Jwari Disruption and 2 Shatterskull Smashing. We actually have total of 29 lands, which is very there's a lot of hand. There's tons of land because we do not want miss land drop. We almost hit 30 lands, right? It's like half of the deck is land. Now, why do we need that? Because we are pulling off a combo of Galvanic Iteration plus Alrund Epiphany. Right? If you don't foretell this card, it'll cost 7 plus 2, which is 9. And if your Galvanic Iteration is actually in the graveyard, it actually costs 6 plus 7. So the low cost will be 8, the high cost will be 10. So you need that much mana to pull off 2 extra turns. So, but however, if you do pull that off, it's very, very likely you are going to win because not only you have 2 extra turns, but you do have 4 1/1 flyers. And if you throw in a dragon in there, or you got those deadly 1/1 devil token that will deal 1 damage to your opponent when it dies, then you're pretty much set for the game. So beside that combo, so what else is in this deck? To help us ramp, we have a Goldspan Dragon. This is probably one of the best card, the best card right now in standard. Right, between this one and the Izzet Chariot, I pick Goldspan Dragon all day. We have a history of standard decks with powerful dragon, and Goldspan Dragon is the #1 dragon of the standard metagame. Now, beside that, what are our other cards? So this is our removals. We have 3 Dragon's Fire. It's a 2 mana, deal 3 damage, right? But if we have a Goldspan Dragon in hand or Goldspan Dragon in play, it can deal 4 damage. The reason why we're using this card is because it deals with opponent's Goldspan Dragon as well. Goldspan Dragon is everywhere. You play it, you play against it. Both players can have it at the same time. It's crazy. Now, 3 divided by 0. This is a great card because there are cards that's not counterable, or there are cards that just simply simply not enough just by counter. Because at 3 mana cost, it's kind of like saw it coming, but you need to pay 2 and 2, which is either a 4 mana cost or a 3 mana cost, but you just counter a spell. But divide by 0 is a tempo play. You return a spell or permanent back to their hand, and you get to go to the sideboard card. Get a good Teacher of Archaic because now they have more cards in their hand, or you have a Start from Scratch, you can destroy artifacts, or if you have a lot of land, just play Mascot Exhibition, doesn't matter. And of course, we have 1 copy of Environmental Science if we need that extra mana. So we have a good little package here to go with our 3 divided by 0. Another removal, semi-removal is Prismari Command. This card is basically becoming one of the key cards in this deck because it actually helps you to go from turn 3 to turn 4 5 drops. Now 5 drops can either be a board wipe that I'm going to talk later, or a Goldspan Dragon. right? Because you can create a treasure token. But the other 3 ability are very relevant, dealing 2 damage to a mono white, mono blue, not mono blue, but mono white or mono green creatures. Can be a game or not for you, right? Because if you can kill a creature at the right time, it might mess up their whole plan. Also, we have a lot of lands. That's why draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards can be very relevant. Destroy target artifact. There are going to be artifact. Goldspan Dragon's a treasure token is artifact. Izzet Chariot is an artifact. And if somebody is playing some weird deck with artifact, you can destroy it. And I just kind of attach to this card. So Prismari Command is becoming one of the best command at the moment. I mean, all the commands are not really C play except Prismari Command. So it's safe to say Prismari Command is probably the best command right now. We have 2 Burn Down the House, which is board wipe in a sense. It deal 5 damage each creature or each opponent, not opponent, but each planeswalker and each creature. So it can deal with random 6 if they cast in a very awkward time. For example, if they cast on turn 5, where they have 5 lands, then this card can take out the whole team. They can take out random 7, the token, and every creature they have. So it's a great card to have. Also, the second ability is relevance when you are ahead. When you are ahead, you create 3 haste on 1 creature. You can also put a lot of pressure on your opponent. 1 Battle of Frost and Fire is kind of like an alternative to our Burn Down the House. Now, why don't we just run 3 copies of Burn Down the House? Because there are cards like Negate and Test of Talents running around. So Battle of Frost and Fire is actually relevant. Now you're wondering, why do I need to cast this against a deck that run Negate or Test of Talent? Because they might be running a Goldspan Dragon. You need to kill that Goldspan Dragon as soon as it hit, because if you don't kill this dragon, very likely they are going to gain extra turn with the dragon in play. So Battle of Frost and Fire can sometimes, not always, but sometimes deal with that situation. So it's just a nice, good split, in my opinion. Now, our counter spell, we only have run 2 Tests of Talents. We don't really care about countering creature spell, right? Because creature take a longer time to kill us. So we mostly worry about mirror match or counter magic. That's why we run this and divide by 0. That's basically all our counter magic. We have 5 copies of it. We have 4 Expressive Iteration. This is one of the better card draw for our deck. We need to play, if we draw in our opening hand, we'll play on turn 3. Remember, not turn 2, because turn 2 you cannot take advantage of it. At turn 3, you have 2 mana, you play this, try to find a land, exile that one, play that land, you basically draw 2 cards with 2 mana, which is very good in this standard meta. And lastly, our Galvanic Iteration. I can say that I have used this card to copy almost everything, even Test of Talent. I have used Galvanic Iteration on almost everything. Like everything I can copy. I copy Alrund Epiphany countless time. I copy Burn Down the House countless time. Dragon's Fire, when time is rough, I have to do this. Prismari Command, always. Divide by 0, always. Test of Talent, very niche cases I did this. That's kind of funny because I kind of play this. My opponent tried to do something. I Test of Talent it twice. The second one kind of fizzled, but yeah, it just happened stuck in the middle of the thing. So whatever, man. And I think that's all the deck. Now let's talk about our land. The lands can be quite important here. So actually no, we do have more counter spell. My bad. We have Jwari Disruption for early plays. And we have Shatterskull Smashing for more removal, but they tend to be lands more often than not. So what are our lands? We have 4 Hold of the Storm Giants. This is kind of our win condition. If we do not have a dragon play, we are getting extra turns. We can activate our Hold Storm Giant to be a 7/7 and swing through. And we have a good split of 4 and 6. In terms of basic lands, only 2 Frostboil Snarl, because this land usually comes to play tapped. We just use it as a dual land. So in a sense, there's a chance it can be untapped. That's why we use it rather than using that Snowland that's always come to play tapped. We run 1 copy of Prismari Campus, so we can scry if we ever got into the situation where we're playing off the top of our deck, and 4 pathways that can help us fix our mana a little bit. Just 1 Surtland Frostpyre. There are a lot of decks that depend on those like weenie creatures that if we just happen to have one, we can wipe them out. Situational, but it's cool. And lastly, 3 Field Ruin. You basically cannot run a deck without some kind of land destruction nowadays, because there are so many good mana lands running around. Mainly Faceless Haven. You want to kill that thing, and Storm Giant whenever you show up. All right, cool. Enough talking. Let's try to play a game. I mean, a standard event. So while we're waiting for our opponents, let's break down on how I did so far. I played this deck about 26, 27 times, probably more, but some of them I didn't record. So far, it's been doing pretty well on most matchup. The mirror matchup is a little bit tougher because I'm still figuring out. A lot of those are very experienced players, so I might have lost out a little bit. In blue-white control is also another one because they have counter magic. That's why I take a lot. We only have 60%, but we don't have enough data to determine anything yet. Everything else, the matchup seems fine. Okay, so we are playing. This is actually okay, right? Because we have Field Ruin that might be able to get our blue if we really need to. Let's try this out. Why are people using names like this? Is so hard to upload. Okay, now it's not too bad. Okay, so white. That's something we are okay with. And then it is something that we can Field Ruin. So this could be some kind of a cleric deck that gain life. I should have. Damn it. It's okay. We are good. So this is a junk with a lot of weird cards. Let's see how we do here. I should have suspended. What am I doing? Okay, so let's wait one more turn. Let's get hit by those 2 creatures first and get our blue source, and we can play catch up from there. That's a lot of creatures. Alright, he might search for black or green, I don't know. Hard to say. If you're running 3 color, it's hard to say what's more important. Probably green. Black is probably a splash color for him. Alright, he's at 22 life, so we have to be careful. Once he got 27, all his creatures get +2/+2. It's going to be very annoying for us. But seems like we have good plan between the Divide by Zero and Prismari Command. We can hold them off for a couple more turns. And once we have Dragon Swing, extra turn, we should be able to seal the game. Let's see how we do. Soulmander is fine. You do get that extra life, that's fine. Now I do want to return the Trilasera in this sense, because it is getting kind of big. We can deal with Righteous Dragon. It's a cleric. It is a cleric. Okay, now it's gonna gain more life. Actually, I'm not sure if that's the right play, but we'll see. So he's at 25, 28. Okay, I think we made a mistake. So if we do attack, lower it to 24, we have a Test of Talents, but he'll be swinging back with 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are still okay. And then if this one is okay, so if we live through this turn, we're gonna be fine. I cannot stop him from casting creature, but if he's playing a spell, I can Test of Talent it out. However, I don't want to do that. Is this a cleric? No, it's not a cleric. So that part's fine. So we're still alive. Damn it. What happened? How do you gain so much? What? Okay, I don't get it. So I want to figure out how did it get surplus of, so he come and play. Whoever gain life. Oh. He used that to put +1 counter on all his creature. Okay, cool. So we're having good with a green-white token, but this is more like a cleric deck. It's okay. We'll just put it there. Let's just put this to remind us that whenever we see those color, we don't assume we're gonna win right away. Okay, cool. Rough game 1, but I think we're okay. Our opponent is also drawing very, very well. Okay, so the color is a lot better this game. Let's see. So Prismari Command for Campus first, followed by Hailstorm Giant. If we draw a basic, then our Frostboil Snarl can come to play on tap. Okay, seems fine. We are still missing a couple lands, so we need that to operate. Let's keep it not flipped for 1 turn, because if every creature comes to play flipped, we're gonna die very, very fast. So let's save a couple turns by wasting one of our iteration here. So we want to draw something. I think ideal draw is probably Prismari Command right now. I assume he's gonna play a spell this turn. Otherwise, he'll just be wasting a turn to flip his cards. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, this is good. Actually, this is not good, but it's good that he plays a spell. Werewolf, Prot Neo. Okay. Yeah, we're not drawing well. Let's decline that. Let's pretend that we don't have. Now we're gonna take so much damage here. I don't think we're gonna make it here. We're just having very rough starts. I like this is a good hand against more control mid-range kind of player, but this deck is way too fast for us. I don't think we can do anything here except taking tons of damage. Okay. How much is that? Am I dead? 15? Seriously? I mean, if my opponent can kill me in turn 4, I can't really do much. Alright, so very quickly we drop O2. That's crazy though. This is supposed to be a good deck. All the pros are playing it. I don't get it. I haven't piloted this deck for a couple days now. Like, for the past few days, I'm trying to brew new decks, so I haven't paid attention. But usually a meta doesn't change this fast. And all those decks, I kind of seen it before. Like the rock deck, the life gain is very common. Like a cleric decks, but yeah, we're just not drawing good. Let's hope we can come back from this. Okay, so we are going first. I think this is the first time we're going first, right? Okay, tap land, always play first. We are going to play tap land number 2. So our opponent is playing a mirror match. So We don't have to be that rush anymore. Succulentia. Feel like I played against this guy a few times. Have I? Well, not with this deck yet, but I definitely remember this name. Okay, so a Test of Talent is definitely good here. Now the thing is, I probably want to main turn this. I don't want it to get countered, and I want to make sure I have land next. So let's get Environmental Science to make sure that we have our land drop. And it is not a card that they usually want to counter. Man, maybe I could have Test of Talent that thing out. It's okay. We're doing good. We're fine. So even if Ashmont Dragon flip, we were still okay. You just don't care, man. This guy is crazy. Alright, let's do the same thing. So I am going to put Mountain in hand. Get this away. That. And then we are going to play it and show the Mountain. Because in that case, we can play Prismari Command. And if we have that and play a land next turn. Okay, so we can Test of Talent out, but I don't think it's worth it. Let's Prismari Command, see if he counters this. So we are going to target ourselves with Treasure Token, and we can draw 2. Actually, yeah, let's do this. Target us both. I actually hope he countered this spell, but he did not. So let's do this. We are going to have a dragon. If you want to counter this card, we can show him. We are going to exile his counter spells. However, his Smoldering Egg will go to 4, which is actually no. You're gonna turn now, right? Oh, it didn't. He didn't do it. Why not? I don't know. Whatever, man. So we are going to play our Goldspan Dragon. You're probably going to divide by 0 us, and that's a good target for even better target for Test of Talent. So his hand, he have an extra turn, but that won't work until next turn. Okay, so yeah, mirror match. He's gonna have a dragon in play. And he's going to be able to kill my dragon right away. He can also block it if you want to. Okay, decide to block. You don't want to play a counter war against me. 6, 7, 8. We can gain 2 extra turn next turn. This is extra turn because he ran out of because we exile all his Saw coming, so there's no way. Let's just do it. Because we are going to use a whole Storm Giant to attack. So yeah, okay, our opponent concede, which makes sense. Alright, next. Two and 1. We have our back against the wall like right away. Alright, we start 0-2. Let's hope get somewhere with this cat anus here. Why are you naming yourself cat anus? I don't get it. I don't get people. So let's play our tap land first. Frostboil Snarl can contemplate on tab. And remember to foretell this turn. Okay, see, another mirror match. But our test of talent, look at them. Alright, we're not gonna even try. There's nothing worth countering on turn 2. If it's Expressive Iteration, we test of talent that thing. Woohoo, let's do that. Although Prismari Command might be a good play, it's okay. However, we do want to draw land though. Please let us draw land. Our opponent, this is probably 1-1. That's my guess. We did not draw land. What do we do here? Let's just pass turn. So our opponent get to 5 mana before us, which is unfortunate. We can try to test of talent him out. It is something that maybe he'll want to counter back. That's my guess. And if we draw land next turn, if we counter this and we draw land, we can play our Goldspan Dragon first, get some mana advantage. So even if, okay, so he let us counter it, so we get to see his hand, right? And not only that, we can just kind of count how many. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there are 3 saw coming here though. So he's playing Behold. So one of them is Behold. And one of them is Saw It Coming. So he does have a counter spell. Okay, that is something good to know. And so we are not going to run our Goldspan Dragon into a counter spell. And unfortunately, we also did not get a land. So let's do a Prismari Command here. So we are going to try to draw cards and create a treasure token for ourselves. So we are going to discard Iteration and Iteration. We are going to discard both Iteration. Because Expressive Iteration is one card that can kind of catch us up on land count. So we definitely want to keep that in hand. We don't want to drop our Goldspan Dragon. Our opponent does not have a Goldspan Dragon yet, but he did just manage to draw tons of cards. So it's hard to say yet. Okay, we naturally draw a land. That's good news. So let's see if you want to counter this. I'm okay for him to counter our Expressive Iteration. Okay, he might get an idea that we're still missing land drops, which we did, but then we just caught back up. Yeah, we don't need to suspend Alrund Epiphany because we already have 2 in suspension. If we're able to land our Goldspan Dragon, that's a key part. So he's gaining extra turn here, which is fine. It's not going to deal too much damage unless it's chaining. He's not chaining because he has 7 mana. If I were him, I would just cast it from my hand. So now that's a little bit tricky. That could be a counter spell. That could be a counter spell also. Man, this is not good for us. Let's see, what should we do? But however, we are drawing land, so let's bait out one of the counter spell. Unless they're both Behold the Multiverse. Okay, so it is 1 counter spell. So that's fine. So far we have 2 counter spell gone. Next turn we can Damn it. Okay, cool. At least that's not another counter spell. So we are going to gain extra turn. Real fast. Sure, man. Let's see if we can stabilize at 8 life. Huh. He is being very aggressive here, which I don't think is a good idea for him. We are going to gain 5 extra turn here, if my math is correct. But we do want to draw 2 lands though. So if we do draw 1 land in 2 turns, we can seal the deal. And we can get rid of this cat anus here. First extra turn. Ah, marvelous. So we do have 1 extra turn after that, so let's do this. Actually, we just win. There's no way he can stop us. Even if we don't do extra turn. 1, 2, 3. Sure, man. Let's just for fun. We gain 5 extra turns. Alright. So far we are actually doing a lot better. To offset our mirror match, now we're taking a lead. We're at 57 against mirror match. Which the more you play, you get better at playing that deck, especially the mirror match. You start to know what to counter, what not to counter, what to wait out, when's the time to pull the trigger, and all that stuff, right? So it's become a test of patience. 2 and 2. Murphinsky, okay. Okay, we're going first. Our hand is good. We have almost everything. We are drawing extra card. We can draw more card if we want to. We have extra turn that we just got, which is perfect. Look like another mirror match. Spikefield Hazards play most. Oh, it's not a mirror match. It's a Boros. It's a Light Scribe deck. Okay, so they can kill us very, very fast. So we do want to. Did they have a pause there? So they probably have some kind of shock effect. I do want to test of talent one of his cards so I can see the rest of his hand. But I think turn 3 Expressive Iteration is just the play here. So I do want to have Shatterskull Smashing my hand. I don't need that. I'm going to play a tap land because I can't do anything else. Alright, don't hurt me too badly. You only have 1 creature, so should be fine. I mean, why not wait and do that next turn? I don't get it. So, is this going to be a Leonin? No, it's a Royal Eruption. Okay, okay. Okay. You're a bit rushing. You're rushing through this thing, man. I don't think you're doing it correctly. So I think the correct play is Prismari Command right now. Deal that. Just get rid of it. And then we can still have a Dragon Fire if we choose to. And if you try to use Burn Spell, we can test up Talent. So this is probably the best use of mana. I don't care too much about this right here, because I have so much land in hand. So I can use this treasure no problem. Let's take a look at his hand. He only have 2 cards left. One is not counterable, which sucks. And one that will deal me 4 damage. Let's see the rest of his deck a little bit. Shock, burn, 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 shock, burn. Okay, all that crap. Okay, so he's still 2 cards away from killing us. Okay, let's rid of his manland first. And we're gonna play another Field Ruin, just in case. Oh no. Okay, this is fine. Okay, we survive for a turn. We're not able to gain this extra turn, like... okay, so we are going to take that 3 damage. It's not instant, so he kind of have to just cast it. So we are going to be very low in life. We're going to be at 4, to be exact. Now, there's nothing that deals exactly 4 at the moment. 2 player, I don't think. And he'll need 1 more mana to pull that off, so not too worried about it. At least I'm not gonna die next turn. That's, I don't think. So let's hope we draw a iteration so we can gain extra turn here. We are at 2 life. Help me. Help me draw better. Okay, I'm at 2. So if we draw a magic missile, I'll be super dead. Okay, cool. We just got our iteration. Color is fine. So we buy ourselves 2 turns. Blue. Now let's draw something productive. Okay, that's very productive. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Alright, we got bailed out. You can concede now if you want to. Okay, yes. So we got bailed out. We got very lucky. And this is the Boros. Is it Boros a main deck? Actually, let's just put Boros here. Actually, let's move this one here. Mono black. Yeah, the monocolor decks, there are basically only 3 now. Mono red is not a thing. And there's never been a consistent mono blue in the past few standard environments. Alright, 3 and 2. Let's go. And because we no longer have triumphs, so 3-color decks are not that consistent. And that's why we always see are those like 2 colors, Orzhov, Izzet, Celestia Gruul. What is this? I forgot. Blue black is Demir, blue white is Azorius. Anyway, so yeah, we don't have 3-color deck. We don't see it that often. We did see on game 1, but we did not see any black card in that deck, so it's hard to say. Okay, this is the okay hand. So hopefully they're mid-range. Never mind, there are probably another mirror match. So if it's a mirror match, we can play our tablet first. Mirror match. Yeah, I think we're at a point where Standard is going to be stale for a while. Because people already figure out the best decks. So before the new set come out, it's likely all you're going to see are a bunch of Izzet, mono white, mono green, and some kind of Rakdos sacrifice is probably all you're going to see for a very long time, until the next set came out. Okay, so is he not playing lands? Really? Okay, so he's playing Izzet and he's missing land drops. That's bad news for him, man. This matchup is all about land drop. That's why we're playing 29 lands, because we cannot afford not to draw lands. And I'm going to bounce whatever you're going to play. It doesn't matter what you play. Okay, so Island. And we're not in a rush to pull any trigger on any of the burn down the house. So we're not going to. We're not going to let him have the opportunity to play Divide by Zero. Okay, this is very good. So with Alrund Epiphany, I can now play Galvanic Iteration. And then even if you have Counterspell, unless you have 2 Counterspell, otherwise I'm going to get at least a turn out of that. Once I draw 1 more land, I'll be golden. Let's play this as land. Oh my god, I have a timer going off. Okay, everything's fixed. Okay, Goldspan Dragon is a good card here. Let's see if he do anything to it. It's actually worth fighting over this. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna win this counter war. Let me have it. Maybe he will play his Alrund Epiphany, and we can divide by 0. Not particularly worried. I mean, he discard a card. Let's bounce this one. I don't care. Let's make sure we still don't miss land drop. He can get 2 extra turn here. It's not gonna be the end of the world for us. He's still in this land situation. So he did replayed and discarded a Galvanic Iteration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 mana. Next turn. Now the thing is, are we gonna pull our trigger on Alrund Epiphany? I think we will. We are going to do that. There's no way both of them are counterspell. Can it be? Actually, this is a better play. Let's iteration. Okay. Let's show him that we have all the land. Oh man, come on. Don't do this to me. We have all the land in the world. And we have there's no point not tap that. Okay. So if he do iteration right now and play a Alrund Epiphany, we are only going to let him gain 1 extra turn. And you're gonna eat up all his treasure to do that. And 1 extra turn is okay for me here. Okay, he's not pulling a trigger this turn, which is good for us. because we have no way to counter both of them at the moment. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really do want to wait one more turn for a divide by 0. So, one more turn that we can just play Galvanic Iteration twice. Let's wait one more turn. Maybe this is a mistake, but let's do it. Because I like 2 extra turn, I don't think I can seal the deal here. I'm gonna copy a spell, huh? Memory Deluge twice. Oh, that's kind of spicy. Yeah, that's fine. Draw your cards. Because we are still very, very much ahead in the land count. We are 10 versus his 7 plus 2 treasure. So if we are getting into a counter war, I think I'm still advantage. Although I don't have much counter spell, I just have a lot of copy spells. So we'll see from there. Here's a mill deck. What the? Okay. I might misread him. This is a Izzet mill deck. No, my extra turn. Okay, whatever, man. Relax. We're fine. We're doing good. We are going to draw 2 cards. Hopefully one of them is extra turn. We are going to do this and that. That both at me. Oh, nice. So we don't need Dragon. Actually, no, we can have Dragonfire. We don't need that. And we can get rid of 1 burn down house. We try to kill this Rune Crab right now. Let's hope he wastes a counter spell on it. He's not taking bait. Okay, sure. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, sure. So let's do this. Let's do it again. Unless he have 3 counter spell, then I will be so impressed if he has 3 counter spell. That would be absolutely insane if he does. So 1, sure. That will work. If he dual strike, they will work. But he will need to wait for both of them to be on stack. Okay, he's not. Okay, he's dead. Good game. Unless he have more counter spell. No, he have no counter spells. Huh. That's kind of rough. He does have counterspell. Let's return that to his hand. Alright, it's a good fight, but ultimately we have better plays. Our plays are much better. Let's see how much damage can we output. Alright, he didn't let us, but it's fine. We all know what happened. So far, we've been winning every Izzet match. We are doing fine. Let's go to the next. 4-2. So we won 4 games straight. This game is definitely, I mean, this deck is definitely have the potential to go 7-0. It's just first 2 games we basically, our opponent just draw the nut against us. We're on the play. We do need that 1 land, but let's try it. If we do draw that 1 land, we can board wipe on turn 4. So if they're playing an aggro deck, this is actually good for us. If they're playing control deck, we can use a discard 2 to discard the 2 card that's irrelevant to us. Okay. We need land. This is mono white. Mono white should be a piece of cake if we draw our land right. Okay, we did. So we can try to kill that first. Deal 2, create treasure. We don't really need to do that, but I just feel like if we I don't know if they have like instant that can create tokens. I could have waited for the first spell before and then do that, but whatever, man. We have plans. Oh, this is perfect. We are not playing anything else, so this is in our hand. That's in the library, and we are going to play a tap land. And let's hope they overextend because they probably want to play 2 spells rather than upgrade that. So what? That doesn't make sense. Do we want to play that? Huh, okay. So in that case, how about let's just try to outrace him, I guess. Can we outrace him? So this is artifact. We can, man, this is so weird. Okay, let's throw Dragon out there and see what happens. It's only dealing 3 damage because of the stupid shield here. But if we try to expand again, we can burn down the house. Now burn down a house, second ability just totally negated because he's preventing a damage and these are all 1/1s. So it's not gonna be good for us. But we can have 2 dragons swinging. That will hurt him a lot. Actually, we are not going to swing in with dragon. We're going to swing in 1 more time, and then we're going to burn down the house because these creatures are getting out of control, and we need to get them out of here. He'll be down to 1 card, so we should be fine after that. Okay, he didn't even try to block, so that's good. Actually, let's play Battle of Frost and Fire because it deals 4 damage, it will kill all his creature, and we get to scry, which is important. The Paladin's class doesn't affect us as much as a blue-white control because we don't have that many counter spell and we can do almost everything on our own turn, so we don't need to pay that 2 additional mana cost here. Okay, no matter what we do here, we can still burn down the house. And then he will have no cards. He will be top decking for the rest of the game. And then I like our chances on that. Okay, so we don't want any of those. We just want extra turns. We don't want anything else. This one doesn't even target, so it doesn't really matter. We don't need to pay extra anywhere. We might see our opponent concede soon. Or he might be leveling up stuff if you want to. Now, there's two ways we can play this. Let's put a stop here. I think we can. Actually, no. Z. We're gonna draw. We're gonna make sure that effect is there. Come on, man. Tap this. So that whatever he's planning on playing, we will still be able to do a board wipe. Ah, stop. Let's. Okay, I'll put this aside too. He's had enough. That kind of also showed them that we have a lot of. There's no mono white. I have not played mono against mono white yet. Dude, this is crazy. Okay, never mind. Zombie, you are moving to others because we don't see you that much. And then Boros can come here. And then mono white. Mono white got to have one. There's no way. Mono white is one of the biggest deck right now. I'm very surprised I haven't matched up with mono white. I'm playing a deck that's very good against mono white. I don't know, like sometimes I do feel Arena pit like decks against each other. That's I know it's completely random, but I just feel like when I finally build a deck that's really good against the meta game, all of a sudden they stop giving me meta matchups. Like, this deck is so good against mono white, but you don't give me mono white matchups sometimes. I can just blame. I guess I can only blame RNG, so that's fine. Okay, so our starting hand is fine. Okay, mono white. Okay, maybe some bitching complaining finally get me to see some of those. Okay, so next turn we are going to do a Prismari Command, so we can burn down the house just in time. If not, we can still divide by 0, so we are still good. Now let's see if you want to keep adding on to the same one. Like against burn deck, their instinct might be just pumping it as big as possible, but if they decide to do that, okay, I'm gonna let that resolve. I still gonna see how they're gonna pump it. Okay, you're gonna do it like that. Okay, we're taking 6. We are going to draw 2, discard 2, and create a treasure token because our test of talent is completely useless here, and we can discard a Jwari Disruption. It's always come to play tabbed. It's now going to be helpful for us. Okay, so they're down to 3 cards. And we still have pretty good answers. We don't have any extra turn, any dragon yet, but I like our chances at the moment. This is a random card that I can just destroy artifact, right? This is perfect. Does it protect spell on the stack? I mean, that card costs a trigger ability to trigger when it enters a battlefield. That's fine. I'm gonna draw and create. Yeah, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna destroy that. I don't need to pay extra because it says other. I'm gonna discard 2 lands here. Let's see if he play another creature that we can just iteration and kill both of them. I'm gonna take 1 damage here, no problem. Actually, a better idea might be a divide by 0 twice. So let's do that instead. So the other one gonna do that. So let's say we get one that's drawing cards, and we get one that's playing creatures. Yeah, let's draw a card first. And let's suspend that. And once we're able to get extra turns, we're golden. We almost done. Just 2 more ones. Okay. Sure, man. If you want to play that, that's fine. So we have another Prismari Command, which will be very, very handy here. I forgot to play Expressive Iteration. Okay, my bad. That is fine. So I'm gonna create a treasure token and destroy target artifact. If I don't destroy this, my extra turn... Oh, this is gonna be painful here. In that case, what we can do is use Mascot Exhibition. Okay, that's our plan B. Okay, now this game's just gonna drag on a little bit longer now, just because of that. So we are gonna plan our turns. Good thing is that he's not putting pressure on us. He does not have cards to do that. He only have 2 cards in hand, and he's playing Counterspell in the mono white deck. Cool. Okay. Sure, man. Whatever make you happy, that's fine. This card flying, right? Sure. And then we are going to gain extra turns. Sure. We still get 1 copy. Now I'm gonna get 2 extra turns here, and then we can try to find a way to get rid of this this shield here. Okay, sure. I'm not gonna block. Dragon Turtle. Basically kicking himself in the foot here. 1, 2, 3, 4. For each thing I target? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's gain that 2 extra turn first. So we are not gonna be able to deal a lot of damage here, but we can slowly chip in away. My hand. Okay, cool. That I am going to play Divide by 0 on his stupid shield. Get another Mascot Exhibition. Can I cast it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 5 mana. Well, 5 mana is good for this. And then we have 1 extra turn, right? So, okay, our opponent decided to quit. I think this is more mono white than control deck. I'll put it there. Although they have blue, but it's not really a blue deck. It's just a splash for their protection for their creature not to get wrath here. So we're climbing back from this 0-2 hole that we dig ourselves into. We are currently 6-2. So we're playing this final match to either go all the way 7-2 or one win short of a completion 6-3. Let's see which one this one is. Easy. So we are playing first. Our hand is kind of weird, but I think we're okay. Let's try it. This hand is fine against. Okay, perfect. We got our perfect land. Lotus Cobra is worth killing. I'm telling you, it's the most killable creature out there. Now we can Goldspan Dragon. Let's hope it's not doing something too crazy. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm probably going to do this first. And then I'm trying to burn down the house when he has all the creature in play. If he's going to activate the Lair of Hydra, I'm going to sacrifice my treasure token just to kill it. Why is it tapping like this? This is stupid. Okay, this is perfect. Sorry, I'm like talking over my own sentence in the middle of my own sentence, but this is perfect. I'm gonna wipe down everything here. It's gonna be glorious. You know what? I think it's fine doing this. Let's get myself a blue. Ah, fuck. I'm doing so many things wrong here. Okay, so this also gives him extra mana, but which he cannot use to cast more stuff, which I want him to do. Oh well. Unless he have 2 Snakeveil Skin, otherwise this should be able to take out everything here. If you have Snakeveil Skin, that will just be very bad for us. Not exactly like dead, but he can +2 count. Okay, does he really have 2 snail? What? What? He didn't even have 2 land. It's because I played Field Ruin. Oh my god, this is. I shoot myself in the foot. This is crazy. Okay. So don't kill us this turn. And we have a shot to kill him next turn. Next 2 turns. Next 1 turn. This in hand. This away. And that in play. He's not playing anything, so the chances are we might have gotten this island. Yeah. And then we are going to leave 1 bird behind just to be safe. Okay, cool. Alright, so there's a little whoops in the middle of that, but we managed to pull a 7-win streak. What is this? Mono green. So we are doing good. The deck is definitely explosive. And if you play carefully and you don't keep risky hand, and if your luck is fine, be like me, play 29 lands, you should have no problem getting 7-0s. with this deck. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so definitely this is a fun deck to play. It's also very frustrating to play against. But as nonetheless, one of the top deck right now is probably tier 1 or tier S, if you want to call it tier 0, whatever. I don't know who win the grand final of the Magic Arena Cup, but this is definitely one of the most dominating deck I played in the standard environment at the moment. So definitely check it out. So this is the end of the video. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. I will continue to spit out more Magic related videos in the future. So stay tuned. Bye bye.